Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I am on here today to talk about my experience when I was sick with COVID. Just want to give y'all my symptoms and what I had because doing a lot of research on this, everybody's symptoms is never the same. Um, I was sick around my birthday. I got I started to have a fever on a Friday. My birthday was on a Saturday, which was my timeline goes November 20th. I had a fever, so I'm automatically taking medication because at this point I didn't even think that this was gonna be COVID. That I was just a little sick or whatever. So I'm taking medications to reduce the fever because I knew the next day was my birthday. So the next day, which was Saturday, I was fine. I took so much medication, I wasn't even playing. And I was fine. I was cool. I was ready to celebrate my birthday, and I had a very good time on my birthday. And Saturday comes. I mean Sunday comes. I'm sorry, and I start to crash and burn. I go to work, uh, and I start to feel, kind of crazy. I take my temperature. Temperature was 104. I said, "Uh-oh, I gotta go," because I was already starting to feel the effects. Now, mind y'all, I did have a cough, but if you know me personally, I always have a cough. I cough year round. Um, so the cough I had didn't make me think that it could have been part of COVID symptoms. So I was already taking medications for that cough as well. This was Sunday when I ended up start to go my I start to go down, start to feel crazy. So I go home Sunday, rest. Monday comes, get up to get ready for work, take my temperature. Temperature still high. My temperature was 100.4. Called in and said I can't come in. And at this point, I'm a little concerned. Like, okay, I had a fever yesterday, I had a fever today. What could this possibly be? Starting to feel like, I had the flu versus COVID because I've had the flu before and I know what that feels like. So I'm claiming the flu. I didn't want to claim COVID. Weird, huh? But I go to the doctor on a Monday. Now, mind you, this is the week of Thanksgiving. I go to the doctor on Monday. They give me a flu test and they give me a COVID test. That COVID test ain't no joke. That went up my nose. Yeah, that ain't no joke. And they saying pat it when they ain't no patting it. That hurt it. They said I'll get the results back in a couple of days. So I go home. At this time, I haven't eaten anything since Saturday, mind y'all, because I started to not have no appetite. So I'm checking my chart, so I can see the results because they said that I'll see the results faster than before they would call me. So on Tuesday, um, I'm looking to see. Mind you, I'm still feeling really bad. Body started to hurt a little bit more. Fever was constant. Like I could not get rid of the fever at all. I took Tylenol, still wasn't going nowhere. Tuesday come. I look on my chart. It said I had COVID, SARS, something detected or whatever. I said, "No, nah, this ain't COVID." It would say coronavirus, right? So I was still in denial. Like, no, I ain't. That ain't what this is. So I said, I can't believe that this is what it is until I get that phone call from the nurse. Got the phone call from the nurse. You got coronavirus. That's when everything started to hit me. I started to get depressed real quick. They running down what you can and cannot do, what to do to get better. Um, Call us if it get worse. And it hit me. Excuse me. So I cried like a baby. I cried. I was like, oh my God, I don't want coronavirus. I don't want it. So imagine this was on a Tuesday. I called my family, letting them know, hey, this is what's going down. Call my job, let them know this is what's going down. And, you know, my timeline is the body aches. Like, all through this whole thing, body aches. My body was hurting so bad that it hurt to walk. When I touched my skin, it hurt really bad. Hurt really bad. Um, like I said, it was a fever every single day. Now, like I said, mind you, this was around Thanksgiving. I had took out a turkey, right? Thinking like, you know what, I'm gonna knock this out. I took out the turkey to cook for Thanksgiving, and I left it out. Put it in the refrigerator because I'm thinking, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get this turkey done. Y'all, I had to, long story short, in that turkey, I had to throw the turkey out because I didn't want to put it back in the freezer because it was already being thawed out because I never got up to cook anything. I want to say Tuesday, Wednesday, I may have started to lose my taste and smell. So I couldn't taste and smell. But before that happened, I was craving pineapples. Like, I just wanted pineapples. So I got my pineapples and I ate all my pineapples because that's what I don't think I can really eat. Yeah, I was in a bed. Um, the pain was constant. I just moaned and tried to get comfortable some way, somehow, but it wasn't happening. And I was miserable. I couldn't sleep. You know, when I did fall asleep, it was probably about an hour. I was back up. Um, I wasn't hungry. I had no appetite whatsoever. So me, me not eating. I made sure because I have kids, and they were checking up on me. Yes, a couple of my kids did get sick as well. Um, but they kept checking up on me, making sure I was okay. And I was trying to be a mama. But when you sick, you can't parent nobody. So, my kids parented me, trying to make sure I was straight. I had family come and make sure, bring us food. Um, the kids got their Thanksgiving dinner. I was brought Thanksgiving dinner because I couldn't get up and do anything, but I couldn't eat it either. I was so hungry, but I wasn't hungry. I knew it was Thanksgiving, and I wanted that turkey, um, dressing, ham, greens, yams. I wanted all of that. I couldn't eat nothing. I tried to eat something on Thanksgiving. It looked good. I ate like I made myself um, a little bitty baby size plate, less than a baby size plate, and I still couldn't eat it. I just wanted to be able to eat something, but still really couldn't taste anything. Um, so Thursday, Friday, I was I was drained. I was tired. You know, and in while this was all going on, I knew I had to still make sure that my kids are straight. So I'm sitting there ordering food from Kroger. I never did that online ordering. It wasn't bad, but I'd rather go to the store myself and get my own groceries. But at this time, I followed all the rules, stayed away. I had ordered, the food to come here. I ordered from Target to get other stuff that I needed for the household as well. And I just felt, like this ain't me. I need to get better, y'all. It was the longest week ever. The longest week ever. Um, the body aches was getting to me to the point to where, like, am I ever gonna feel like my normal self again? I didn't have headaches because other people said they had headaches. I didn't have no headache. Um, my chest did start to feel kind of funny, like I could um, hardly, breathe. But it wasn't to the point to where I needed to go to the hospital. So I am very grateful and thankful for that. Um, so I'm sitting there just thinking, something got to give because I ended up you know, going to as far as buying Tylenol PMs, which, about Tylenol PM, just so I could fall asleep and make the pain stop. I fell asleep, but the pain never stopped. Now, y'all, like I said, I had a fever every day. The highest that my fever was 100.1. No, it was 101.1. That was the highest my fever was. But after that, my fever was always a steady 100.4, 100.8. So it was always in the hundreds, but it was every day. So I said something got to give with these body aches. I can't deal with this no more. Um, so on Friday, no, I want to say it. I want to say on Thursday, I started to think like I gotta take something else because I felt like I was taking way too many Tylenols and Advil to make these pains go away. I feel like I was taking too much, and I thought they said not to take a whole lot of over-the-counter medications. It's gonna mess up your lungs or something. I don't know. I just felt like I was taking way too much. So I ended up, thinking about the old remedy that made your pain go away rather quickly. So y'all, I got some of these. These are BC powders, and they work wonders. They work wonders. I took one, so I started to take one in the morning. Let it work as magic. Pain went away. It didn't go all the way away, but it made me able to get up and move around and, do a little bit more because I was starting to feel like my normal self, but still in a lot of pain. So I was like, okay, ooh, this is great. This is a good feeling. I'm finally getting back to me. So the next day was Saturday. I took another BC powder on Saturday. And that was like the last BC powder I had to take because I was starting to really feel like my normal self. Sunday come, I didn't have to take no medication, but I had a fever. Um, so I was at home, um, my symptoms started Friday. Didn't think of COVID. I was fine Saturday. Sunday crashed and burned. Um, I was so tired of being at home. I was ready to go back to work, but I couldn't go back to work because I originally had a fever and I had just took some medication because you all know they changed the the guidelines from 14 days to 7 to 10 days, but you have to be fever free and not take any fever reducing medications for 72 hours. And I had did that, so I couldn't still go back into the world. I was all the way back the following Thursday. Felt better. I was ready to regain my way into the world again. And, I was just excited, like, oh my God, I didn't think that I would ever feel like me again. Um, Now, let me take it back a little bit. In the midst of this, my other symptom that I had was stomach cramps. Um, they were painful. I'm just going to say that. They were really, really painful. So, to sum it up, my symptoms, my main symptoms were the body aches. I didn't have any headaches. I had a cough, but I always have a cough. And what I took to get rid of that cough, and it seemed like it worked rather quickly, was this. This is what I took. Y'all, I had my lemon, my honey for my tea. I ended up like vitamins. Let me take my vitamin C because I don't want COVID again. Which saying it, I'm not claiming it, but it'll help me. It'll protect me or get my immune system up where I need it to be, so I won't go through this again. COVID is the worst. COVID is the one of the worst feelings, the worst viruses, the worst sicknesses I've ever felt. A fever every day? No, that ain't cool. Them body aches was the worst, y'all. They was the worst. Take care of yourself. Whatever you can do to prevent it, you continue to do that to prevent it. You don't want COVID. I didn't want COVID, but I'm thankful that I made it through it because it could have been worse. I am so thankful. And on that note, y'all, I'm about to get on off of here. I'm going to do another video um, talking about when I regained my way back into the world and the reactions, that I got from me, from me going back into civilization. I said that right. um, I'll just talk about that in the next video on how everything was. Just going back and trying to do my normal routine. If it was successful, my symptoms after the fact. But if you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you got something to say, leave me a comment down below. And if you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. We'd love you to continue to keep coming back and seeing me. Until the next video, y'all. Bye.